Okay. Okay, so let me bring this down just a little bit. There we go. Alright, so everything should be good to go.
Select a stage.
Except for the fact that I forgot to grind for money. Great. That's just grand. Hey, Cat Streams. Hey, Cat Craft. Hey, Connor. It's good to see you. So, hey, everyone. It's Steven from Toastamac, and I am flat broke. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Welcome to another Chao Garden live stream. So, as you may have seen in the title, we have a new Chao Evolution, or rather, I should say a new Chao mod in particular. So this one is for the Gmerl Chao. You may have, Is there two cat crafts? No, I just misspoke. That was just, my bad. So anyway, So, we added a couple mods. One of them is for a Gmerl Chao, which I will explain in a bit. And another one is actually an adjustment on the black market. So, notice how this is different? Ooby. So, apparently there's this mod made where, basically this user replaced, the shopkeeper, which is, way over here, no longer with us, apparently. And got replaced with this, Hero Chao, which is bizarre, considering the fact, this idea of an Angel Chao running a black market with a book with a Satan symbol on it. I didn't even notice that until now. Oh, well, I mean, I guess it's like Halloween or something like that. Oh, the person's name is Ababa, apparently. Alright, let me do the money glitch a few times, because, so for this new Chao, and also for the other Chaos, like, Smarty, and, yeah, I got the casino back. The shopkeeper retired. He took an early retirement. Alright, so I'm gonna do the money glitch a few times. It's not gonna take long, maybe a couple minutes to build up some money. Fun fact, I lived 9 years of my life not knowing I was autistic. My mother only told me when I asked if I was. Oh, alright. I mean, it was kind of similar for me when I was, like, around 5, and, I asked Mom, like, why am I different? And that's when I learned about my autism. Alright.
Set options.
There we go. Then I exit out of that, start up the game again. Don't worry, it'll only be a few times. This is just to make sure we don't go, like, actually broke during the live stream. And besides, it's early on, so we got time. People might still be coming in.
File select.
Select a stage. Who will you be?
So anyway, I'm not sure if you guys saw the post earlier today. I was talking about some of the things, I was referring to during the previous live stream. That, I was feeling exhausted, had a hard time, getting back to the groove of things. And originally, it was just meant for Facebook because I haven't posted on Facebook for about a month or so. I was just posting there, to let people know, hey, I'm not dead. Just been taking a longer break.
Set options.
But I haven't really gone into details in terms like, what changes I'm going to be making for, like, next year. I'll tell you guys a little bit of it, but I haven't finalized anything, just so you know. One thing is, I'm not really sure if having the, video schedule for the autism videos would be working anymore. Because, like, here's the thing. I've seen some bigger YouTubers, like, Party Crashers, or, like, I think it was also, like, Lythero, And, like, mind you, this is, like, gaming stuff. It's, like, nothing to do with autism videos. But, you know, there are some bigger YouTubers than me that don't really have a set schedule, per se. That they release the video whenever it's ready. And then, they still get a whole bunch of views, comments, and subscribers and stuff. So, what I want to do next year, one of the things I want to do, at least for the first few months of 2026, is that... There we go. Hold on, just let me, focus on this real quick. So, one of my ideas for 2026... Oh, hey, Z-Creates, good to see you. The shopkeeper's been working there for like 20 years straight. He needs the retirement. But what if he really loves the job? You know, there's some people who work until they're like elderly years and still don't retire because they enjoy their work. Maybe it's something like that. So one of the ideas is to still have the autism videos 2 days a month or 2 times a month. But instead of like having them set to like, you know, every other Saturday, instead maybe just post it whenever it's ready, you know. So I mean, that would mean that, you know, the autism video might come sooner, it might come later. But what that would do, for me anyway, is, you know, it would make my schedule more flexible for like, you know, whether there's stuff I want to do with friends or family, or like maybe there's something. Oh shoot! Oh no! Oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean. Oh jeez. Look, I know it's gonna reset after I do the money glitch, but no. Oh jeez. Oh jeez. I'm so sorry. Here. Have your laser guns back, and here's your wings back. See, you're all good. Oh, I'm so sorry. See, it was an accident. Like, you flew into me, and I was, like, doing my spin jump. You know, it's kind of hazardous, you know. It's like, some people would say, like, you know, why do you spin dash every time you jump? But it's like, here. Like, look, you won't remember any of this, but I'll still help you feel good anyway. Anyway, so, what that would do is make my schedule more flexible in terms, like, you know, spending time with friends and family, but also, like, you know, going to events and stuff. Because, like, when I was working on the video with the Cognity, like, they only said till the end of, till the deadline would be the end of September. But I was able to get that done as soon as possible. That way, you know, my schedule opened up to other things, like the funeral I had to go to. So that's one idea. And I'll try it for first few months and see how that goes. And I'm not just talking about, you know, video performance, because I'm not really sure how that's going to affect video performance, like, you know, posting whenever. But, you know, I would have to see how it worked for my personal schedule, you know? So that's one change I'm going to make. Now, another change is regarding the YouTube membership. So, I've been doing some thinking lately. And, you know, and I'm not really sure. Oh, sorry. Catstream says, I finally finished the AIB mangas yesterday, and the ending was so good. And then it became disappointing when I found out next year they're making an unnecessary second series of mangas that might not live up to the old ones. Oh, you mean like Boruto did to Naruto? It's like, when you have a great ending of the story, end it there. You don't need to always have a sequel for every single thing.
Set options.
At least that's how I feel. Zekria says, let's just say his retirement wasn't exactly consensual. Oh, another thing is a little later, once we get more viewers to come in, we're actually gonna watch the Chow Tales Halloween special together. Would you like that? Because like there are quite a few things to dissect into that.
File select.
Select a stage. Who will you be?
All right, just give me about 2 more times, and then we'll go and do the actual taking care of the chows. Ooh, excuse me. Actually, speaking of like money, I actually got an email saying that Adobe that the Adobe Creative Suite services was actually going to hike up their prices again, and their justification would be that you know, they're introducing a bunch of AI tools, and I'm like, but I don't use AI. Like, what am I supposed to do, you know?
Options.
So, one of the things I'm going to do later this week, maybe probably tomorrow or something, is, you know, have a chat with, you know, someone from Adobe and, you know, talk to them about, like, hey, what the heck? You know, like, what if I don't use this stuff, and, you know, could there be alternatives so that I don't have to... So I'm not paying like $70 a month instead of like the usual like $63, which used to be like $50, and that, you know, it just keeps going up and up and up, and they keep justifying it with like a whole bunch of new features that I don't really use, you know.
Select a stage.
So I'm gonna talk with them in terms like, you know, why don't you guys give me some options in terms like, you know, are there alternatives? Can you help me out here? Maybe some financial aid. Because, like, I swear, like, the Adobe Creative Suite keeps, you know, raising their subscription rates every year. And, you know, it's starting to get old, you know. So I wonder if, like, if I just had to suck it up and deal with these subscription, or like, you know, maybe there's a cheaper alternative where I just get the software itself and be done with it. I don't know. Hey, Peter Curse Girl, good to see you. Connor says, I know you would do that. Watching Chow Tales. I mean, why not? And Secret says, I was around during the early Sonic creepypasta days, so I have a love-hate relationship with the Tails doll. Well, the way I found out about the Tails doll is actually there was these a series on Newgrounds called Sonic Shorts, and it would be these series of like short little animations designed by, you know, a myriad of different artists, and that's how I found out about the Tail doll. Okay, I think I've did the money glitch enough times. We should be good to go.
File select.
Select a
Hey, Meddler, good to see you. I went from being terrified of the Tails doll when I was in the 3rd grade to fully embracing it as the joke character it was always meant to be. So, like, where did the Tails doll come from originally? I'm curious. Now then, are all 3 eggs here? Yes, they're, okay, so those 2, yeah, so all 3 of them are here. So this one was Boo, this one was Smarty, and Sonic R. Okay, cool. And then this one is what we will use for our Gmerald Chow. Rockabye, baby, you'll be the coolest Chow ever because you're gonna look awesome. Don't mind the test subjects before you. I only did some testing to make sure the thing would work, but you'll be just fine. Welcome, new Chow. Metal Arvena says the Tails doll secret from Sonic 2 shorts was pure nightmare fuel. Oh yeah, absolutely. It was terrifying. Oh god, maybe we ought to do something about the eyes. You know, in the mouth too. Just saying. There we go. That's better. Now the eyes I'll fix a little later.
Don't worry, buddy.
Now let me put this eggshell away. Peter Chris Girl says, "Let's not talk about Sonic EXE. I was terrified that the fact Sonic killed one of his best friends." Oh yeah. Like, I've seen only a couple clips of Sonic EXE, and yeah, we don't really need to dive into that. That's just like, you know, I just want to like ask whoever first made Sonic EXE. I just want to sit them down and ask, who hurt you? Who hurt you in your youth? Now then, where is it? Ah, here it is. Now, there are a couple things that are different about, Z-Chris says Sonic Chao is a twin. Not quite. You'll see where I'm going with this. There's a reason why I chose the deep blue, two-tone Chao. So, let's take care of that. Gonna buy some Game Cubes, because they're very nutritious for baby Chaos. Now, there are two things that are different about this particular Chao mod. So usually when it comes to character mods, you have to give a certain lens to the Chao, make sure that the Chao is named appropriately, and then make sure the alignment is correct. But this one is different, because I did some testing beforehand to make sure this would work, you know, considering what happened with the Blue Eyes White Dragon mod, how we couldn't get that to work. So for this one, all you have to do is give the G-Merle lens, get the levels up, and make sure the Chao is neutral. That's it. That's all you have to do. Here you go. Better. Why are your eyes still like that? Hold on. There we go. Okay, I just had to change it back to normal. Yeah, you gotta eat this, man. Gotta go nice, big, and strong. Oh, wait! Oh, no! I forgot to do something! Actually, let's hold off on that. Hold on. I made a big mistake. Hold on. Let me go here. Here, let me bring it back down to 0. Let's see. 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. There we go. Because I actually forgot to, I forgot to give the Chao a name, and I forgot to mess around with the, stat levels. Because, right now, they're really abysmal. Let's see. Peter Chris Girl says, I actually saw Markiplier's play Sonic EXE. Honestly, that's not surprising. He plays all things horror. And I heard he's, like, working on a film right now. I think it's called, like, Iron Lung or something. Assuming the movie hasn't already been made yet. Has there anything else that Markiplier's been up to lately? I honestly haven't been keeping tabs. Chao seems to learn quickly. Good. Now then, let me tick around with this a little bit. Let's see. Stamina. I want to A. You know, power. You know, let's do S. No, run. I'll do S. power, I'll do run, I'll do power, I'll do A. Fly. B. And swim also B. Am I okay with that though? Sorry, I'm just thinking. There we go. Yeah, it's fine, you know, because like G-Merle's more about like, you know, going fast and being strong. Not really known for like, you know, flying around too much. So I'm okay with that. The Iron Lung movie is actually based on a game of the same name. So does it follow the same story as the game? Oh, and that's one downside, you know, with the mod that changes up the black market. It actually messes around with the imagery of the candles and also the three-dimensional graphics of the crystal ball. So, minor note. So I'll try to get through this as fast as possible. That way we don't have to deal with any epilepsy issues. So, since the name does not matter, I'm just going to go ahead and name him Max. There we go. JC the Hyena created Sonic.exe. Crimson the Bat made him into what he is today, is how I like to put it. The original creepypasta was poorly written. Ah. Now then. Let me go grab Hyper Run Fruit for Max. Just cuz. Alright, so let's start it right this time. Here you go. Who is crying over there? Oh, it's you. Alright, Tiny, hold on. Let's get you some food. You know, I might as well give you one of these Game Cubes. Why not? Oh, no! I didn't mean to do that! Shoot! Oh, jeez. Oh, I'm so sorry, Max. I'm sorry. Oh. Well, that's not exactly the best way to start things out. Oh, jeez. I'm sorry. That was just an accident. It won't happen again. I'm sorry. Alright. Let's go and give it back. There you go. No, you're supposed to eat this. You gotta eat it all the way. Secret says, have no clue. I haven't seen if it's even out. Like, I know Markiplier was working on it. I just don't know, like, you know, how far into the process it is. There you go. All happy? I'm gonna crawl away. No, no, no. You need to eat. Tiny! That is not meant for you. I gave you one so you can be satisfied. Go away. I'll take things that don't belong to you. There you go. Oh, Smarty's back. Okay. And now Boo's come back. Cool. Alright, so I spoke with the owners of Smarty and Boo respectively. So, the owner of Boo, I believe her name was Kami, wants the Chao done to be the exact same way. So it's going to be a normal power Chao. you finish what you eat. Now, as for Smarty's Chow, Smarty said, well, Drake, I should say, said he wanted Smarty to be a dark Chow this time, but I haven't gotten really confirmation in terms of, like, what kind of dark Chow he wants, because, like, you know, there are lots of different, categories, like, maybe a dark run, or a dark power, dark flying, I'm not really sure. Max is like, I know what you did. Just checked his channel and he's doing been working on a Silent Hill F playthrough. Silent Hill F? Is that like a remaster of the first Silent Hill, or am I thinking about something else? Can you give Ace a GameCube and a Chaos Emerald? Sure. Sure, I can get to work on that. Now, you still need to get your stamina up. Now, there is one thing I need to do. I'll be right back. Actually, let me go and sell this shiny eggshell. So until I hear more details from Drake in terms of like what kind of dark Chow, like maybe a neutral dark Chow or like run or flying or whatever, I'm gonna leave Smarty alone until I figure out from Drake, you know, the owner of Smarty, in terms of like what he wants to do. Now, Boo, we already know it's going to be neutral power. So let me see if I can put you in school. Because I think you've learned just about everything, but let me double check. Okay, so he still needs to learn how to play the flute. Okay, good. Nah, I think you spent enough time in school. Because there are a certain couple of other Chow that performed pretty miserably during the intelligence parts of the race, taking longer than expected. And one of them is you! You took too long on the educational parts of the races, so you're out of here! You're going to school! I gotta watch it. My throat's been irritated lately. You're going in there whether you like it or not. Might as well take Rusty out.
Don't worry, buddy.
Alright, I'll be back here later. Well, somebody had a good day at school. Yeah, aren't you excited, huh? Aren't you so excited? Oops, wrong button. Now, there was one other Chow I wanted to send in there. I think it was you! You didn't do good. Don't you fly away from me. There you are. You didn't do well in the school parts last I checked. You're in school too. There you go. Alright, that should be good for now. Let's see. Peter Chris Girl. Your Chao is Ace Frehley, right? So let me go and get you yours, the GameCube and Chaos Emerald. Connor says, are you still salty my Chao beat your Chao? Well, I wouldn't necessarily put it like that. I'm just saying, you know, Dash really could have gone better in the, intelligence department. And, you know, maybe if he didn't struggle so much with the Jack-in-the-Box and the memory game, that, you know, maybe he could have done better in the races. And, you know, it's definitely not the reason why I'm sending it to school. Okay, where's the Chaos Emerald? Can I ask you a question? If I say Paul Stanley Girl and I are the same, will we still be able to keep our Chao? Huh? I'm not sure if I follow. Wait, are you saying... Hold up. Peter Cross... Are you saying that, Peter Chris Girl and Paul Stanley are both accounts made by you? Is that what you're saying? Alright, where's Ace? Connor says, I know it? Know what? I was about to say, are you stuck? But, like, hold up. Is that true, Peter Chris Girl? Like, did you have, like, more than one account? I mean, it's not that I'll be mad or anything. I just gotta figure out, you know, what to do and, you know, make sure it still follows the rules. Oh, so it is true. Okay. Hey, Sean, good to see you. He says, banish Chao to the Shadow Realm. Well, here's the dilemma I'm dealing with. Is that, you know... Usually the rule is, like, each user gets one Chao. And, you know, the only other time I made an exception was, was with the Cyan Chow, you know, when Connor was saying, can, you know, his brother have that Chow? So, like, on the one hand, I would like to keep both. However, you know, so the counts are the same. Okay. So it's like the rule is everyone has to have, like, one Chow. Like, the only other time it made an exception was, like, with Connor requesting a Chow for, like, his brother. But that's because it was, like, for a different person. So... let me think. So just 2 guns. So like, I hate to say this, but for the sake of fairness, you know, for everybody else, I would say maybe if you could choose which Chow you want to keep. Like, do you want to keep Paul Stanley or Ace Frehley? I was thinking if Peter Crisco and Paul Stanley were the same person. Oh, you thought of that for a while, Connor. So, Meddler says, what I would do in this situation is let them pick which Chow they don't want to keep on the stream and let them have the .chow file. How would I do that? God, if only Victor was here, he'd probably know how to deal with this. But like, yeah, if we're able to back up that Chow, and like, maybe if I could send that other one as a file, that'd be fine. So like, if you were to choose either Ace Frehley or Paul Stanley as the Chow to keep in the streams, which one would you want to keep? And as for the other one, we'll figure out what to do. Because, like, you know, on the one hand, the rules are the rules. But, like, on the other hand, we did invest a lot of time in both of them. And it would be kind of a shame to, you know, delete one of them or, like, send one of them to the faraway forest. Like, if there is a way to, you know, save that Chow to a file and then send it to you, that might work. Connor says, I was planning on telling you, but I guess I don't have to now. Alright. Well, I'm going to focus a bit more on the Gmerl Chow, because I was planning on making that. So why don't you take some time to think about it. John just put it up for adoption. Well, like, the problem is if I, like, put it up for adoption, as you would say, Sean, you know, not only would it, I feel like it would clog up another space in the Chow slots. And, like, you know, if a new user comes in and, like, you know, wants a new Chow, then the extra Chow would just take up space. Actually, let me go and switch it up to Shadow, because I need to make sure Max is neutral.
Select a stage.
Secret says, I didn't expect this type of thing to happen / get revealed. I mean, it certainly makes the streams interesting. But again, I'm not mad. But at the same time, we do have to abide by the rules. Because, like, you know, whenever someone requests, oh, Peter Curse Girl says, let's keep my Ace Frehley Chow. Okay, so we'll keep Ace Frehley around. As for Paul Stanley, I'm not gonna send the Chao away just yet, because I feel like that would just be too sad for everybody involved. So, just give me some time to figure out what to do with, the other Chao. We'll go from there. Like, I'm not gonna make any promises, but we'll see. But I do appreciate you telling me this, you know? Oops, wrong button. Oh, fine, you can have one of those. Secret says, drama! Yeah, like one of those soap operas. Like, I could definitely see that happening on something like, I don't know, like The Bold and the Beautiful, or like The Young and the Restless, where it gets revealed that, this one person, like, maybe a doctor, you know, he has this, like, happy marriage, and then it turns out, like, well, what happened to it? Oh, I see. And then it turns out, like, you know, this doctor's, like, happily married and has, you know, a wife and children. Then finds out, like, he was cheating on her and has this child with a whole nother woman. And then everybody has this, like, overly dramatic look on their face, like, let's see. Okay, good. Yeah, I need to make sure the Chao is neutral. Meddler says, finally got the game to boot up. To export the Chao, simply right-click on them in the editor and select Export. So when I do the export, should I also, you know, get rid of, like, you know, the hat and the Pokeball accessories? Because what I'm worried is, you know, if someone else doesn't have the same mod files, what I'm worried about is, you know, if the Chao file becomes corrupted. Like, would I have to worry about that? Should I, take off those, accessories first? Yeah. Also, I realized your Chao seems to be growing his head a little bigger. I could probably change it back. I would take off the accessories just to be safe. Okay. Okay, so it sounds like we got a game plan. Let's see. Where is Amy Picaro, I believe it was? Oh, whoops. Huh? What the? There we go. Sorry, I just need to check your name. It says click through the hat. Yeah, that's what I was checking on. Okay, so let me bring the magnitude down on that Chao. And then when I exit the garden, come back, should be back to normal. Okay, so I just need to bring it back all the way down. That way the hat still fits. Alright, so we'll go with that plan. I'll take the accessories off Paul Stanley. Then we'll export the file. And then I'll see about, you know, getting that file to you. Also, I just got a notification on YouTube Studio. Apparently, Toastamac has reached over 10,000 views. Yay! Oh, wow. Oh, watch hours. So, Toastamac just got over 10,000 watch time hours. Yay! Thank you all so much. Apparently there was a big spike in October, surprisingly. So apparently, like, either September or October, one of those two, there was this huge surge in viewership on the why many autistic people love Sonic the Hedgehog. So, good thing I still have that video around, eh? I think that's like over 43,000 views now. It's a shame that the Mario video didn't grow, you know, not that much. You know, the, let's see, which one was it again? Like, why many autistic people love, Super Mario. So it's like, yeah, let me pull it up on YouTube Studio real quick. So, first we'll take a look at why many autistic people love Sonic and see how many views that's got. So, as it is right now, the video on why many autistic people love Sonic the Hedgehog has gotten 41,550 views with 393 comments and over 2,000 likes. Awesome. So that's cool. And then I scroll over to the why many autistic people love Super Mario video. It has 1,153 views, 24 comments, and 67 likes. So it's very telling, you know. I kind of hoped that video would grow more because of, you know, this year being Mario's 40th anniversary. But admittedly, it felt like Nintendo handled the 40th anniversary pretty poorly. So it's like, you know, like, I was like, you know, being an opportunist, you know, because I was trying to time it with, you know, Mario Day and the 40th anniversary. It's like, I did everything right on my end. It just wasn't really marketed well on Nintendo's side. And by that, I mean, you know, the 40th anniversary of Mario, not my video. So yeah, that's where those two videos stand. And, you know, like, as long as people are enjoying it, you know, that's kind of like the main takeaway from it. Like, I really wish, like, the Cognitive video would get more, viewage and stuff, but, you know, I can't always control that. But anyway, so I've done clicking around on that. So, I'm going to take the accessories off. And then export that Chao. Oh, I hate when those two are so close together. I just gotta wait for a Pulse to get away. Okay, there we go. Alright, Paul Stanley, let's go do what we gotta do. You. Excuse me. And, you know, it's kind of nice that, you know, the Sonic video I made is kind of like my flagship video. And that so many people are enjoying it even after, like, how much time has passed, you know. That's really impressive. Take that. Take that. There we go. Here, let me give you one last meal. Now, Peter Gross Girl, are you in the Discord group? Because, like, what I could do is, if I can export that file, what I could do from there is, I could DM you the file and you could just download it from there. There we go. There we go. And Geo, you ran into that pet. No. It's like Geo's like, fine, I don't want the pets anyway. Alright, let me go and save the Chao data. Okay.
Select a stage. Who will you be?
Alright. Alright, so got it saved. So to export the Chao, simply right-click them in the editor and click export. Okay. Here, I'm gonna name it Paul Stanley Chao. Okay. That's gonna be saved in. Let me put this here. Okay. Huh. Apparently when you right click it, you can select like new egg or like new Amy Chow, new Knuckles Chow, new Tails Chow. But it says JP, so maybe that's just a Japanese thing. Okay. So I exported it. So, Peter Chris Girl, are you in our Discord group? And if so, send me a DM. Send me a DM on Discord, and I'll get you the file to your Chao. Okay? All right. In the meantime, because like I don't want to send the Chao away unless I'm absolutely sure that, you know, you have your copy. All right. Actually, I should be back here as Shadow, not Sonic.
Select a stage. Who will you be?
Secret says, don't mind me, just working on updating sprites for some pixel art stuff. That's fine. It's all good. His little Boo looks so cute. He looks so cute as a baby. You're so adorable. Oh, come on, man. I just rehatched from my egg after reincarnation, which is not fun. Why you gotta do that to me, man? Just let me sleep. Alright, now where's Max? Actually, I should sell this first. And then, while I'm here, I'm gonna go grab a certain accessory. And you'll see what I mean in a bit. Okay. Just make sure I wasn't frozen over on Twitch. Actually, this is Boo reincarnate. We should rename it Boo Oop. You know, that actually does sound like a good idea. That actually does sound like a good idea. But we'll leave it up to the user. We'll leave it up to the owners themselves to decide that. Let's see, where is it? Where is it? Small Valiant Cape. Here we are. Nice. This will be for Max, for later. Okay. Let me go and save the Chao data, just to make sure everything works right. Secret says Majub. Just the thought. Oh, it's a great idea. It's a great idea, Connor. There you are. Yoink. Now, if I did everything right, this Chao should emerge as a Gmerl Chao. Provided he would eat everything he finishes everything he eats. Shoot, I'm probably gonna have a few hot dogs when this stream's over. You know, I've only started recently to like add mustard into my hot dogs. Like up until recently, I've always had them plain, but like recently, I got addicted to have mustard on my burgers. I only recently had mustard on my hot dogs. So, just a side note. Won't be able to download the Chao files because I'm using my brother's computer because I don't have Discord at this. Okay, I'm in the Discord. I won't be able to download the Chao files because I'm using my brother's computer. Okay. Alright, so let's see if it works. Okay, Alright, so in that case, so Peter Chris Girl, whenever you get to your own computer and, you know, not your brother's computer, just send me a DM and I'll send you the file, okay? Alright. And again, Peter Chris Girl, thank you, Corin. The hell? Whoa, hold up. Hold up, something went wrong here. That was the abomination I was talking about yesterday. Hold on, nope, no, that's not it. Okay. Something went wrong with that one, and I think I need to get rid of the name. It's either I get rid of the name or like that Chao needs to be absolutely neutral. But something wasn't right. Connor says, what the heck? Yeah, like, I thought the exact same thing when that issue happened with me.
Select a stage. Who will you be?
Secret says, I think I need to bleach my eyeballs. No, I think what happened was, here, I need to get rid of the name. There we go. Alright, where is he? But don't even bother, I won't be able to... On your phone, okay. Well, tell you what, I'll keep the file. I'll keep the file for that Chao. And, whenever you want to have that file, that Chao, you just let me know. Alright? Here, let me get you back to neutral. Alright, let's try this again. Then there's Rifkin over there that's helping himself to food again. I'm gonna send him to school too for taking things that don't belong to him. Okay. All right. Now let's see if this works this time. So, again, Peter Gross Girl, I appreciate you being honest about it, you know, and thankfully it's something that we could resolve easily, so it's not like, you know, oh, it's the end of the world because one person broke the rules or something. It's all fine. Corn Chao again? Hold on, stop. There. Why did it change to... There we go. Okay, so... what I had to do, what was happening was... so the weird thing was that... and this happened during my testing run, where I was giving the Chao, like, you know, the foods and, you know, the mushrooms and stuff. And for whatever reason... the Chao kept transforming into a Corn Chao. Which is strange because it's not even listed here. Like, I'm looking through the list right now. Eclipse, Ifrit, and like Sage. Oh, there's a Corn Chao. So, like, this is what the Chao is supposed to look like. But then... what happened a few times, for whatever reason, maybe there's like a glitch in the mod, it would change into, where'd he go? Into this. Now, I didn't understand what it was at first, but the description says this is a Corn Chao from like the Fire Emblem games. But obviously, we don't want that. So I was able to, fix it with the Chao editor, thank God. Like, thank goodness Victor told me about the Chao editor software. Otherwise, I would have been in big trouble. But this is our Gmerl Chao. I just had to tinker with the software to make sure to correct the issue. And then... now, let me go ahead and name that Chao Max again. There we go. Oh, click on it. There. Yeah. Now, for those, here, let me show you a little something. Now, for those that are wondering, originally the Gmerl Chao, let me go to appearance. Normally with the Gmerl Chao, when you choose like the regular egg, ah! What did I do? Ah! That's not how it's supposed to go. I'm scared. Okay, so. Okay, powder blue, yellow. So why did it go transparent on normal? What is this? I swear this was not how it went the other time. Okay, let me exit out of here and see if that fixes the problem. There he is. So this is how the Chao usually looks like. Without the colors. And the reason that this is significant is because normally with other Chaos, like, you know, with the Sage Chao and, Peter Griscoll says, I won't be able to use my computer because it's on auto repair. It's going to be waiting for 3 hours later. Well, that's okay. You can message me anytime. Usually when it comes to, character Chaos, they usually have to be normal colored Chaos, or you wouldn't get the details like you have here. It just wouldn't work. So, like, I'm not really sure if that's going to work with, like, the Sage Chaos. I'm not sure if it works with the Metal Sonic Chaos. Because, you know, with Sean's Chao, Buzzy, his is the Metal Sonic Chao. But because it's shiny blue and monotone, we don't get those details. So what's unique about this is by changing the colors, you actually change the colors, but still keep the details that Gmerl had. So the reason I went with the deep dark blue initially, because, I think that looks the coolest. And I'm gonna make him even cooler. Watch this. There we go. There we go. We had a minor hiccup here and there, little Max, but, you know, you turned out to be awesome. Now go stretch your stuff. Look at him. Absolutely amazing. That's like the coolest Chao I've ever seen in this Chao garden. Look at him. He looks so cool. I'm like gushing over this Chao. So like this is the first time I've ever seen a two-tone color scheme work on a character Chao. So it makes me curious. Sean, if you're still here, I'm gonna experiment on your Chao again. And what I want to find out... Oops, there we go. What I want to find out is if I change the color scheme on that Chao, which is supposed to be a Metal Sonic Chao, would you get the details back? Now, where is Buzzy? Okay, where is he? I'll change it back. I'll change it back. No need to worry. There he is. Alright. So here we are with Buzzy. Now, Buzzy's supposed to be a Metal Sonic Chao. Chao is not an animal used for experiments. So, let's change it to two-tone. And change it to normal. There! Oh god, he's got hyper! Oh jeez! Okay, let's change the ink back to normal. There we go. And shiniest, get rid of that. There we go. So this is how Buzzy looks with the shiny color scheme. My Chao is not an animal used for experiments. Then he says, run, Buzzy, yell stranger danger. Come on. Now then, so let's change this to like a sky blue two-tone. Oh, interesting. Hold up. So we went deep dark blue. That's really interesting. Jeez, Hyper Buzzy, run! So look how Buzzy still has the details from the Metal Sonic. So like if I were to, let's say, turn him green. Yeah. So green two-tone, he still has the character details here. That's something I didn't know. So like, that means if a Chao is two-toned, that Chao will still keep the details of the character Chao. That is actually very good to know. Alright, so Sean, we'll go ahead and turn your Chao back to normal. So blue, not a two-tone, shiny. Sean's saying, I'm sorry, Pussy. Let's see. Shiny blue monotone. There we go. See? See, Sean? Back to normal. Good as new. See? Your Chao's okay in my hands. You can trust me. Meanwhile, Sean's like, I'm sorry, Buzzy. I could not save you. Bad touch. But imagine like Hyper Buzzy like Peter Chris Girl says, my brother plays Fire Emblem. I heard the game is fun. You can actually play it on the Switch. All you need is the Game Boy Advance emulator. Actually, there's more than one Fire Emblem game you could play. Oh, man. Sean, your Chao is perfectly okay. I don't know what you're getting so worried about. Actually, let me check on Boo. What are his what is his rankings and stuff? No S rank. Well, let me see if I could change that. There we go. Then I'm gonna get you a hyper run fruit. A hyper power fruit, I should say. So we'll give it about another hour or so, and then after an hour, we'll go ahead and start watching the Chao Tales Halloween special together. All right. Sean says, I've known you for about 20 years, and you still lie to my face about not knowing what I'm worried about. Well, I remember one time when me, Billy, and Sean were in a vehicle. Sean was driving, and me and Billy were talking about video stuff, and I think we were trying to include, like, Sean into this, or, like, asking what Sean's thoughts were. And I remember Sean telling me, I wouldn't trust you and Billy with a spoon, much less this idea. Hey, Victor, good to see you. Yeah, it looks like a little icon next to you. Hold up. So I was trying to connect to chat. Clips. Oh, Clips Leader. Oh, right. Because you made that clip yesterday. So anyway, so Victor, let me show you a new addition to the Chao Garden. His name is Max, and this is the new a part of the new Gmerl mod. Gmerl Chao mod. Isn't he awesome? I named him Max, and the reason I named him Max is because his design's kind of similar to, like, you know, back in the Bomberman series, you know, with some of those bosses. Wait, I have a better idea. Hold on. Instead of naming him Max, he should actually be named Regulus. There we go. Because, when I looked at the design, it kind of reminded me of Max from the Bomberman series. But, oh, there we go. But, you know, now that I look at him more closely, like with the deep blue color schemes, I noticed that maybe Regulus is better, because, like, he looks closer to Regulus from Bomberman 64. But I'm really happy with this. Like, this is like the coolest looking Chao I've ever seen. Sean says, you roboticize a Chao. Robotnik is going to sue your ass for copyright infringement? What? No, wait, no. Technically, he can't do that. He can't do that, and the reason is because he's never roboticized a Chao before. He has never turned a Chao into a robot before. I'm the first. So, because of that, the Eggman cannot sue me for it. And when I say roboticized, I mean I turned him into a character Chao. I didn't actually, you know, turn Chao into a robot. Now, where's Boo? Actually, let me get Gino up here. I personally would have liked to see Dreamcast Golden Egg. Dreamcast Golden Egg Gemerald? Wait. Hold on. Let me grab him real quick. Enhanced Chao World Market? It's okay, it's all good, Catcraft. Good to have you back. Is that... So you said Dreamcast Golden Egg Gemerald? Sorry, I'm just trying to see if that color's on the list. I don't think it is, but let me see. Yeah, I don't see it here. Oh well. Debug menu? Let's see. Catcraft says, I was in an Xbox party with my friend. I wonder how long the Xbox is going to be around for, you know, considering, you know, they're essentially stopping the sales of consoles in, like, retail stores. And there's also the dilemma of, like, their increase on Game Pass, which I already canceled, like, the moment I caught news of that. I was like, that is nonsense. Sean says, he canonically owns multiple corporations and has more say on how laws work. Second, you assume a lot about how laws work and what he has roboticized. I'm just saying there's no evidence in regards to, you know, whether or not Eggman has roboticized a Chao. There was no proof.
Yeah, so, I gotta admit, this reincarnation stuff feels pretty weird. Yeah, you get used to it after a while. It's like, you get off the ladder and you just have to climb back up again. Yeah, it's gonna be pretty annoying, but, you know, I'll manage. I still got my cool hat, though. Yeah, same here. Aren't these hats cool? They make me look awesome. And you look awesome, too. Why, thanks. I really appreciate that. I really like this hat. It blocks me from, like, the light's rays and stuff. You know, speaking of looking cool, did you check out that new Chao earlier? I think his name was like Max or Regulus. Yeah, I'll go check him out.
I actually don't have an Xbox. I use PC Xbox. Yeah, I just do it on my Xbox too. Peter Chris Girl says, everyone's going to love Chao Tales Halloween special. Well, how many people we got right now? We have 4 viewers on Twitch, and we got, 6 or 7. We got 6 or 7 viewers on YouTube. Got a decent amount on Twitch. Do you guys want to watch the Chao Tales right now? Like, if you want to watch it right now, we can make it happen. Just say so. Go. So, I'm using the controller. I'm not using the keypad. Or the keyboard, I should say. The debug menu? Okay, who's that? Rifkin, okay, Rifkin, no. Stop it. You took a fruit that was not yours. You do not have the right to complain after you took a fruit that wasn't yours. So you know what? You're going to school. I'm gonna empty out a space just so you can go to school. Catcross says, I love the little chat conversations. Nice. Nice going, Dash. You felt good at school? You think you did pretty good? Good. Because you're going back in. That loss in the race was embarrassing. You get your butt in there. You learn to sing like Celine Dion. And then you can come back, okay? And hey, looks like you learned quite a bit in school. And you got your, like, head thing shoved into my face. I don't really appreciate that. But let's see if we can take you. You know what? No. You struggled with intelligence stuff too. You're going back in there. And then we're gonna grab Squishy Face. He's been there enough. You've been there enough, Squishy Face. You're good to go. Those other Chows are on timeout because they didn't do well in races, and I get very salty about that. So, let's just go ahead and put you right here with the rest of your buddies. And now Rifkin is gonna go to school because you took something that doesn't belong to you. All right? It's not good. It's bad. All right, so Regulus, I'll be back for you. I just needed... Oops, sorry, I didn't mean to knock you over. So I just need to take your little boy, take this little boy to school because he's misbehaving. How dare you? No. Okay, that's it. You're going to school. Nope. Oh, his stamina level really is nice. Oh, I must have missed that. I'm sorry. Now, it's not that you overused it. I just, Okay. No, Rifkin, you're being bad. You're being bad. You should be thankful that I don't, do other things that other users would do, like giving you a reason to cry. It's kind of cool how you can just leave the chat like that. Now, here's what's gonna happen. You are going to school. You are going to enjoy school. And until you learn to behave yourself and not, cause trouble, you are not going out of said school. Do you understand? Peter Squirrel says, but if you turn a Chao into a robot, they will know that it was you who did it one day. It was Chao Evolution. It's a natural cycle of life, Sonic, the Chao ended up in the cocoon. I can't control what happens in that cocoon, It's just a natural part of life, And it's on this to make the Chao squirt because he's not behaving. Not in your best behavior. And now you're gonna go to school. No, don't do it. Yes, I'm going to do it. And you're gone. Where's Gino? Wake up, you got a new friend to play with! Oh, God! I know I'm maybe a robot, but even robots need sleep. Alright, let me go get you some coffee to wake up. Kakao streams redeemed question marks. Yeah, I don't know either. Like, I haven't really messed around with that. It was something that my younger brother Thomas put in when he used to run the Twitch channel. But still, thank you for those points. Wait. Actually, Catcraft, Catcraft, if I remember correctly, you had a Chao here too, right? Do you remember which Chao was? But also on the fly Chao. Yeah, I specifically, yeah, I remember giving you a Chao a while back. I just don't remember who it was. Why you do it to me again? No! There you go. Yeah, eat the coffee. Eat the coffee. Don't drink it. Eat it. Yeah, maybe they're in my notebook. Let me check my notes real quick. Because I may have written them down somewhere. So just give me a quick minute. No. God, there's so many notes here. Good Lord. You know, in hindsight, I really should have, like, kept track of, like, you know, where I was putting notes. Here we are. Let's see. Catcraft. Oh! Oh! Catcraft, you had Penny! Hold up. Let me go get Penny for you. Hold up. Cause your Chao recently reincarnated. Okay, so that changes things. Let me get out of here. Yeah, so what happened with your Chao is your Chao reincarnated, and, we were actually waiting on you to come back to see what you would want to do with your Chao. Like, I think we did, like, a Shadow Chao for you. Do you still want to do that, or do you want to do something different for Penny this time? Here, I'll go fetch him from the second save file and put it back here.
File select.
Alright, so you want Penny to be,
Stage select. Character select.
There we go. Connor says, Penny the Red Chao? Yep, the very same. Now, where is she? Where is she? There she is! There's little Penny. Of course, there's another Chao owner with insert. He never came back, so... Don't worry, he's safely found in the water. So here's Penny right here. We'll go ahead and get him over to the first save file. Or actually, you said Jar... yeah, Penny was a Dark Chao originally. Do you still want Penny to be a Dark Chao or a different Chao? Naturally, let's switch Paul Stanley with Penny. There we go. There we go. Okay, so Penny should be in there. Penny is the name of your dog. Yeah, I think you mentioned that last time. I'd rather do a hero Chao. Evil Chao doesn't really fit Penny. Okay, cool. We could do that. Now, here's the other thing. Here's the other thing. We have been playing around with mods, and that means we can do different character chows. So, like, it doesn't have to be, like, you know, like the regular hero or dark chow. Like, we could do actually Sage as a chow. Like, we have a dark sage, and we could do like a light sage when, you know, Sage changes color on Sonic Frontiers. We could also, you know, maybe do like a Metal Sonic, or maybe another G-Merle Chow, you know. So it's like we got a few more options than last time, but it's up to you.
File select.
All right, let me go over to the first save file to make sure Penny's in there.
Select a stage.
Just do hero chow? Okay. So, do you want your chow to be like, do you want your chow to be like a hero flying chow, a hero power chow, a hero run chow, swim, or maybe just a regular hero chow? Like, is there any particular one you're looking for? Okay, where is Penny?
Select a stage. Who will you be?
Ooh, there we go. There's Penny. There she is. And actually... Sorry, water down the wrong pipe. Where's Penny? Where's Penny? Here we are. Actually... we can actually turn the sleepiness and tiredness down. Then, boom, he's awake. She's awake.
Don't worry, buddy. 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 Don't worry, buddy.
Connor says, I think Nagoshi would still remember Penny.
Don't worry, buddy. Don't worry, buddy. Don't worry, buddy.
Now, Catcraft, I think it's been like a long time since, you came around. Huh? What's wrong? Sonic, not now. I mean, me. Here you go.
Don't worry, buddy.
Now, Catcraft says, don't worry, buddy. Now,
Hey, did you hear? Penny's back! I'm so excited! Penny? Who's that? Oh, right, Penny came around before your time, but she was one of the first Chow that started alongside me in the very beginning. Wow! So where's Penny been? Well, I don't know, honestly. Penny was gone for quite a long time, but now she's back. I'm actually really happy to see her. I can't wait to talk to her, you know? Actually, I don't think we've had the much chance to talk earlier either, so yeah, it'll be a great chance to catch up and stuff. By the way, does Penny, I forgot what I was gonna ask. Okay, bye.
Okay, you are a sucker for attention, Sonic. Stop it. Now, here's the thing. It's been a while since we saw you in the Chao Garden live streams, but we actually have the ability to change a Chao's facial expressions, like the eyes and the mouth. So, let me go over here. Oops. Let me go out here. So, oops. So, in terms of the eyes, we could do normal, that is definitely not normal. Tight, straight, relaxed, happy, small, oh god. Circles, like he's very dizzy, sleeping, half closed, or angry like we did before. Is there any particular set of eyes you want? Sean, this is not surgery! It's just changing facial expressions. Nothing surgical about it. There we go, just so we know what the normal eyes look like. Trolling 2 to 9, really? Also, nice work, nice use of the emote. Are you still there, Catcroft? Can I turn Ace into a Bright Chow? Sure, we can do that. Okay, that's fine. While you're thinking about that, there's also the choice of mouth. So none, toothy grin, open, V smile, V frown, open smile, open frown, squiggle, toothy frown, wide open, and then these 3 weird things. Shaken up. Oh. Okay. Yeah, go ahead. We'll just go ahead and put the Chow back in the garden for now. Now for Ace Frehley, let me go back here. There he is. So you want your Chow to be a bright Chow? Okay. So Ace Frehley, let's see, appearance, and we are going to do a normal bright. Here we are. So like this, is this what you want? It's like Ace Frehley went super. Alright, while you're of thinking that. I gotta get some grub for everybody here. I bet Penny is going to have so many questions about what is happening to Goshi and why he's suddenly a warrior, amongst other questions, yeah. Like Mephiles is just like singing into the night. Meanwhile, this Chao Buzzy is just sleeping right next to him. Victor says, in the rare tab, there's the gold, silver, and Dreamcast metal textures for the eggs. Okay. That was a really big drop. But okay, I know you didn't finish. I'm pretty sure you didn't finish. Ace, there you go. So, Sean, see how your child is just like resting on a tree? This is very dangerous. You know, like the Chao could like roll over into the water, might hit the Chao's head. So I'm gonna take the Chao away from here. You know, just bring him more to solid ground. You know, he can fall asleep here. There we go. Yeah, he may feel a little dizzy, but he'll get back to sleep later. No, I did not plan on kicking him off. Your stomach is sinking. I think I'm sick. Oh. Yeah, but yeah, be sure to take good care of yourself. Like, do you feel like it's like a cold or a flu or maybe like just stomach aches? Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and watch the Chao Tales in about 9 minutes. So 9 minutes is when we're gonna start the showing. Here, eat this. New special. Yeah, there's a new episode of Chao Tales. It's the Halloween special. I'm guessing you haven't seen it yet? No, you finish what you eat. You know the rules. I think it's more that my stomach hurts because I'm like shaken up. Did something happen that caused you to shaken up, or? I mean, if it was something I did, I'm sorry. But like, what exactly happened that got you shooken up? That takes care of all that. DW? It was about stuff that happened in your friend. Oh, in your friend group. Okay, okay, okay. Sorry, I thought it was something I did. But phew, okay, that's a relief on my end. I'm sorry to hear that. We don't have to go into too many details if you don't want to, but hopefully hopefully the live stream here helps relax a bit, or helps you to relax. DW means don't worry. Okay. All right, I'll keep that in mind. Meanwhile,
Don't worry, buddy. 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 Don't
let me just spam this so
worry, buddy.
that way the Chao can get all the way to the hero alignment.
Don't worry, buddy. 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 Don't worry, buddy.
There we go.
Buddy.
In just a matter of seconds, or like around a minute, I was able to convert this Dark Chao into like the makings of a Hero Chao. And I hate that this gimmick exists. Oh, hello. Ooh, Negotiate Penny are gonna talk. Hold up.
Penny, it's so good to see you. It's been a long time. How have you been? Well, I'm doing great, but I'm also really nervous. Like, there's so much new stuff. Like, when did we get a casino in the garden? And why are you dressed up in this, like, funny outfit and stuff? Oh, yeah, that's because, our owner decided to, put in some extra money and, like, invest in some stuff. So now we get this change of scenery, and I get to wear this outfit like I'm the guardian of the Chao Garden. The guardian, huh? I think that suits you, You've always been the one always overseeing everything whenever the owners are not around. Well, thanks. I really appreciate that. I'm really happy to have you here. There's a lot more friendly faces, and I think you're going to enjoy your time here. Thanks, man.
There we go. You're so adorable, yes you are. Yeah, so like we could change the Chao's eyes and the Chao's mouth and like the expression. And we could also give the Chao different accessories. So like, you don't have to answer right now, but like, if you want a particular accessories for your Chao, or like if you want a different facial expression or which alignment, like, you just let me know, whatever it is you want. Actually, I need to get you red chaos drives. Hold up. Let's see. Animals. Let's see. Red chaos drives in the hero garden. There we go. And I just got exited. Come on back. Peter Chris Girl says, it's like we dyed his skin color to pale pink.
Don't worry, buddy.
Is that what you like to do? Actually, no, I shouldn't be doing this as Sonic. I should be doing it as Shadow. Oh. Regulus is making friends with Gino by enjoying the music. That's so cute. He still looks so cool. Anyway, let me come back as Shadow.
Select a stage. Who will you be?
All right, so we're gonna go ahead and change gears a bit, and we're going to do a reaction to the. We're all gonna watch the Chao Tales Halloween special together. So let me go ahead and get into the web page. Then we're gonna go here. Volume set up. Now what we need to do is open up another window. Where is it? No, not that window. There we go. Here we are. Actually, we should put this over the Chao editor. There we go. Okay. Now switch this to theater mode. There we go. Let me make sure the audio works. Okay, good. It does. Okay. All right, so I'm gonna start at the beginning. Maybe bring the audio up just a little bit. There we go. All right. Okay, so is everybody ready? We're gonna be going to get started with watching the Chao Tales Halloween special together. There we go. So we'll watch the whole thing together first, and then we'll kind of dissect, you know, all the fun little bits here and there. Actually, let me get some water first. I'll be right back. It's because things are getting heated in the group chat. Uh-oh. Not to pry in too much, Catcraft, but if things are getting heated in the group chat, wouldn't it be better for that group to maybe take a little break or something? Like, take some time to relax? Because I'm wondering, maybe that time, I'll be in VC if anyone wants to chill. Yeah, I'll probably head over there in a bit. Let me get some water. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Squish Face says, man, don't tell me what to do. Don't tell me what to do. I'm guessing that's referencing a song or something. All right, let me get my headphones back on. I think the main juicy drama stopped. Okay, cool. All right, let me get into the Discord voice chat. There we go. Sometimes it takes a little bit to connect. There we go. How's it going, Victor? Can you hear me? Is the mic even picking up? Oh, he's muted. Okay. All right. Well. All right.
And yeah, no, I could hear you the entire time. You're good.
Okay. All right. So everything is all set. Let's go ahead and watch the Halloween special. We'll watch it all the way through first, and then we'll pick out the juicy bits a little later.
Out of respect, I'm going to keep myself muted to watch this.
That's
so
okay.
I can enjoy the experience.
That's okay. That's perfectly fine. All right. See, Sonic went... Oh, there it is! That Chao is a wise Chao. Ooh, he's having flashbacks like, nope, I'm not gonna humiliate myself. And then there's him! Alright, here we go. They have like max speed and stuff. Meanwhile, Chowrin's in the back. Boom! Oh. That's an awesome team attack. That look the Sonic Chao gave at the end. They beat him. Aww. And they even had the music from the Dark Garden in the credits. That's awesome. That's a very nice touch.
Okay, yep, I definitely saw this and oh my god.
This
Okay,
looks so
shout out to
amazing.
all the-
Well, sorry,
True.
you were
Also,
saying?
Shout out to the OGs who know exactly what Chao was raising them.
Exactly, like, it's not just like the Chao Rin, or what they say, he, but there's also like, you know, the Tails doll, and like, you know, some of the smaller accessories. Like, they really pay attention to the fans, you know. They know how creepy the Tails Chao is. Oh, here's the post-credit stuff, hold up. There, Pumpkin Hill. Finn.
Okay, that's really cute. That's really cute. Oh my god, the bats! It's literally the bats!
Exactly! The bats from Sonic Adventure 2.
Yep, it's literally the bats made real. Also, I like the tidbit that he basically dragged the Challenger Chao, real ones know which one this one belonged to, and basically was like, nah, you good. We both know you were the one who should have won.
Yeah, exactly. Good sportsmanship. And you know, like, here's the thing that I love, but also, like, bugs me in a way, is that, you know, throughout this, they're showing the Chao, like, having different Halloween outfits. Like, you know, and normally in, like, you know, in the version without the mods, you wouldn't have all these Halloween costumes. So you have, like, the Chao's wearing masks and stuff. Like, here, let me, so, like, you got this one Chao that has, like, a witch's hat. Another Chao with this, like, jester outfit. And, you know, normally this wouldn't happen with the regular, game as it was, the vanilla version. So, like, that is different outfits. And it's, like...
True.
It's like,
Also,
I'm looking at...
shout out to the jester outfit. That's literally nice dressing up as Riala.
Yeah, exactly. That is, like, a very nice touch, you know. And it's like, I can't help but feel like Sega is either testing the water or it's outright teasing us. Because they have to know. They have to know how many of us really want another Chao Garden, you know? And, like, even the head of Sonic Team was saying that, you know, like, he acknowledged that a lot of people want the Chao Garden back, but he mentioned that, you know, there would have to be a Sonic Adventure 3 to make that happen, because the Chao Garden was never meant to be a standalone thing.
Okay, yeah. Oh, yeah, no. I actually heard about that literally yesterday. And for that, I basically was like, okay, really? That's your take? Because, one, Nighttopians exist and should have their own spotlight to bring people into that sort of thing. Two, you say that it's because it's supposed to be a Sonic Adventure thing, and what exact moves and stuff that are in SA2 have you had all throughout the latest games? Hell, you literally have Chao in the latest Sonic Generations remake. They're pixels, but they're still Chao.
Yeah, and it's like, you see them, like, playing around with different things, like the broom or, like, different toys and stuff. But here's the other area of, for lack of a better word, scrutiny. And that is, like, if they were to do a Sonic Adventure 3, how would they do it? Because it has been a very long time now since the events of Sonic Adventure 2. And it's like, you know, with Sonic Adventure 1 and Sonic Adventure 2, it happens, like, one directly after another. So it makes me wonder, like, what would they do with Sonic Adventure 3, you know?
Yeah, and if they wanted to
I mean,
go
don't
the
get me
route
wrong.
of,
I would
like,
welcome Sonic Adventure
combining
3. It's just, how would they do it?
Oh. Well, that I can actually, like, give the ideas for that sort of scenario.
Uh-huh.
Actually, there is one idea that I actually did try proposing in, like, an email to Sega at one point.
Uh-huh.
And that was, if you're going to make a Sonic Adventure 3 game, there's 3 people that are very tantamount to the original game, even if you were to get rid of some of the other characters that were involved. And the third one could have been a focus on, 1, Knuckles, 2, a focus more on Eggman, funny enough, or 3...
Yeah, because, like,
you
Eggman...
you could have done, like, a remake of Sonic Battle where everybody lines up to how they're supposed to be portrayed in Sonic Heroes shortly after.
So, like, you know, with Sonic Adventure 3, there could be a little part of it where, like, you play as Eggman, and, like, you know, with Sage in the mix, you know, you get more development on that.
Yeah.
So, you said you were trying to email Sega? Like, how did you... like, how
At
did?
one point, I found their contact page like a
Oh,
while
so this is
back,
like a general
but I
contact
don't
page,
know
not a
if it's
specific
still I
one.
don't know if it's still up or whatever.
Mhm.
But it was their Nintendo of America branch. They were allowing people to like send questions related to the games.
Yeah, the
At
reason
one
I
point.
asked was because one of the things I was trying to do this year is like send an email to Sega with regards to like, making a partnership between, Sega and Best Buddies, because I've seen Sega work with nonprofits before, and like, Best Buddies is one I'm working with, to help the IDD community. And it's like the biggest hurdle I've been running into is, like how to like what email to send it to and how to find the right person to send it to.
Yeah, unfortunately, I can't really help you out in that regard
That's all right.
because yeah, like the problem with like contacting them specifically is that even if you were to get a hold of them, one, they're probably not going to like discuss anything Sonic Team related to you, and two, you'd have had to have some pretty good connections to get a hold of anyone who would be able to like, hey, this came from a fan. They're talking about Sonic Team, so here's something for you guys.
Yeah, but I think we're getting
Um,
off subject. Let's get back to the talking about that Chow Garden Halloween thing. So it's like you see,
enough.
and if you look right here, if you look at the little icon right here, it actually has the logo of the guy from the black market. So like that heavily implies that's where Sonic got the stuff from, but you never could get that from the black market. And then there's this.
Which is even more hilarious when you recall when actually, funny enough, recently I found out that somebody decided to make a custom black market aesthetic, but with different characters.
Oh yeah, I think that's the one of the things I got downloaded. I'll show in a bit. So like with this one, that was a very wise Chow.
Also, yeah. Shout outs to the Chow that was wise enough to get the hell away from the Tails Chow.
Exactly, like not just like Sonic Racing, but they like the people who made this little clip alone. They must have known about the memes around that. They must have known like the jokes around that Tails doll.
Agreed.
And like I like this little flashback where it shows like that character progression with the Shadow Chow. Like I'm not gonna humiliate myself again. And it's like when I saw this Chow, I was like, oh god, not him.
Yeah.
Blech.
No
Also,
kidding.
what's with this sound effect? It kind of makes it sound like the chows are made of rubber. Doesn't it?
Also, shout out to the sound design team for having the sounds when Sonic and Shadow Chow trip to be the actual complaining sound effects.
Yeah, exactly. So, like, you got the wizard's hat right here, the jester outfit right there. You got this paper bag with a little apron. You got this like other wizard outfit right here. Like, they were to do another Chow Garden. They got plenty of ideas and options. And then Sonic Chow's like, yeah. He's like, whatever. And look at this. Like, this is like one of those outfits from China. And there's like a pumpkin head. Well, the pumpkin head's always been there. And then there's like whatever this is. Like there's so many different ideas they could go with it, No
kidding.
And like at the end credits where it's like, Sonic gave that candy apple to Chowrin, it feels like Sonic bribed him to be there and take part of that race. Like, just for the sake of challenging those two other Chows. And, like, props to...
Honestly, I can imagine why you would say that, but I also think it's more of a don't worry, buddy. We both know that you're really good. You're really good at this. But thank you for participating.
Yeah, thanks for playing
essentially.
along. And then, like, you know, the way that this Chao, like, outruns the other two is, like, completely symbolic, or, like, just like how we imagined that Chao back in the days when we were first playing, you know, the OG Sonic Adventure, Sonic Adventure 2, where it's like this Chao would just, like, blaze ahead far away from the other Chaos because we didn't know what we were doing back then.
For real.
And then the Chao Chao remembering Sonic encouraging him and doing the same for this guy. Wait. Oh, I didn't notice that sound effect. That was nice. Oh, I didn't realize the Shadow Chow was a fly Chow.
Alright, I'm back, and actually, funny enough, I don't think it is. The reason why is, technically speaking, I believe everyone can at least have the ability to, like, get to, like, level 10 to be able to show their traits, but they're always going to be proficient in one of them.
Oh, I was just
So
making a joke.
They're both runners, but he also has a secondary in flying, so most likely he's kind of more focused on running, so to speak.
Yeah. And then there's like this crazy idea, like you would never see a Chow caretaker do this, like just throwing a Chow like that. And not like a toss like they do in the games. No, this is like a full beeline set, like throwing like a baseball.
True. And also, oh my god, oh my god, look at the face right when he throws. Sonic is just like, that face alone is just like, holy crap, I've never been this fast.
Like, oh god, I'm gonna hit a tree!
And then this last picture right here, like,
Hello, goodbye.
and that was like a split second thing, cause like,
Oh yeah, it's true.
it's like
He's
one
literally
split
just
second.
like,
It's like one split second, he was like, and then the next split second,
for real. Oh god, that.
like in game, that Chow would be crying, cause look at that, he just landed like head first into the ground. That Chow would have been crying. Now I'm going back to brooding like my dad.
Oof.
I can beat it.
Oh no. Also, shout out to the Sonic Chow who recognized that Shadow definitely helped out.
Yeah, exactly. And it's like, it's really cool that they reference Pumpkin Hill here, considering how popular that song was.
Oh, slightly bigger shout out for the continuity of the damn moon.
Oh yeah, the moon right there, yeah, because it's shattered.
Yeah. Shout out to the continuity there.
Yum, yum,
That's
yum.
even more peak.
Yeah. Alright, well, so that was really fun. And, you know, I'm pretty sure they're going to do a Thanksgiving special at least, you know? Like, that's got to be in the
Yeah.
works. That's
That's
absolutely
possible.
got to be in the works.
For sure. Actually, you know, I kind of realize when it comes to this, but
Z-Create says, I mean, we still get new classic stuff, so they can go back to that era or just start in the current era. Yeah, because, like, the head of Sonic Team says they had no plans for remaking Sonic Adventure and Sonic Adventure 2. They would much rather, you know, focus on new projects. And, you know, I can respect that, because, like, you know, I feel like too many companies, and Nintendo's kind of guilty of this too, where they just keep re-releasing old classics and just depend on the nostalgia. You know, I'm open to new games. I'm open to new ideas, you know?
I can understand that, but at the same time, I feel like that what Sega and Nintendo both should actually use as like a blueprint is, ironically enough, Digimon Time Stranglers. Because it's one of the few things where it's like it's a new game, but it has some nostalgic elements to it so that people can come in, but it's still a brand new game in full essence.
So
Bring
when you
stuff
mentioned
in
the
so people can come
Black Market mod, are you referring to this one?
Wait, let me see. Yeah, that one. Yeah.
Yeah, that.
That's the one I was talking about. Yeah, I find it funny that this like released like recently because it's like incredibly fitting for like the interior to have its own little thing.
Well, not only
Which
that,
is
but there's
why
like
I'm
this
like,
little
oh.
book with a Satan mark right there. Not sure how that's gonna go with the kids. Yes, anyway, you know what? Instead of talking about this, let me go to Pumpkin Hill for a little bit. Let's see, Z Create says, they really pulled a Sonic and Tails throw. That's really what it was. Canonically, the moon turned... It says, canonically, the moon turned around just to not show the broken side. You know, that makes sense. Like, the moon rotates.
That does make sense, yeah. Yeah. Funny enough, I really like how, like, ever since that one Twitter takeover with Shadow, Sonic, and Eggman, people have just been bringing up the whole continuity with the moon thing, because Sonic had to point out, you blew up the moon, and Eggman trying to downplay it, with Shadow being like, maybe someday we will actually address that. And then give us the middle finger, and then subsequently Shadow Generations comes out, gives us that beautiful prequel series, and then, oh, what's that? The moon's half destroyed? Bet.
Alright, bye.
Alright. Wow, I am so glad I managed to snag some birch beer.
Birch beer?
Most of y'all probably know about root beer, but
Oh,
birch
okay.
beer is something you can find in Pennsylvania and New Jersey.
So is it like root beer, or...
It's like a different version of it. Like, it's a similar concept to how it's made, only it uses a different kind of root so for its taste, but it's still like the same kind of drink, so to speak.
Secret says, Twitter takeovers where Tails' love for mints becomes an addiction. That's a comical amount of mint!
Drama. For all intents and purposes, this is a joke. Shout out Z Creates.
So yeah, it's like, they're showing us all these things, like, there's gotta be something related to a Chao Garden in the works. There's gotta be. Like, they're just teasing us at this point.
Yeah.
It's like cruel and unusual.
Yeah, and the worst part is like, if they really want to focus on other games, then okay, bet. Then, I guess you'll have to depend off of people doing the kind of work for you, like you did with Sonic Mania.
And it's like they had some really big successes lately. You know, Sonic Frontiers, Sonic X Shadow Generations, Sonic Racing Crossworlds. So they've gotten like plenty of money from their recent ventures, you know. But of course, Sega's not the only IP, you know, for Sega. So, you know, they may be working on other stuff too. But just saying, you know.
True. And also, yeah, freaking yes, he creates. It made Shadow and Amy Swiftie fans, which is hilarious to think about. Because if I recall, there was that one fan art posted of Amy and Shadow attending a concert. Shadow is just kind of crossing his arms like usual, but he is jiving a bit. Meanwhile, Amy is just trying to nudge him to get him to dance. Which is just hilarious. Also, we all know the moon has been destroyed by Eggman, so what's the point of turning it around exactly? Cool, they show Pumpkin Hill and the Chow Tail. Well, the thing about the whole like moon being destroyed is because if you're going to make your games coming after like Sonic Adventure 2, then there's always that whole bit of like continuity you got to think about,
Yeah.
especially when it forces vehemently apparently has a full moon, so to speak. And then, of course, to try to save their image.
Oh, there
they
it
go
is.
with,
It was moving
"Oh,
around."
No, it's just turned around, so you can't see that half anymore.
Yeah, this is perfect.
That should not have gotten an A rank. Considering how long I took, that should not have gotten an A rank. Whatever.
I think the points might have helped, honestly. It's usually a combination of the time and the actual time as well as the points that you get usually tends to help sometimes.
I like how, like, the Chows usually turn on the radio first and then get on the seahorse. Or the rocking horse.
The fact that they, like, immediately turn on, like, the radio is kind of hilarious to me because of the fact that, there's that one radio mod that swaps out one of the songs with Tikal's theme, which is just absolutely awesome. I'm glad that they had that. And then, and in the artwork for like the thumbnail for that mod on like Game Banana, it shows Tikal just like sitting nearby the radio with the Chow dressed up in outfits symbolic of Tikal.
Hold up. Need to give you some red chaos drives.
Alright, good. Back and... Ooh.
So, Catcraft, if you're still there, is everything calmed down with the group chat situation? I mean, I hope I'm not prying too much, but... Okay. Gino? Actually, no, I'm pretty sure it wasn't you. Regulus! You're gonna learn the same rule as everybody else. You don't leave your food unfinished. You eat all of it. Peter Chris Girl says, what we ever see Shadow listening to songs from Taylor Swift, my guess he'll probably do it in secret. He'll also have Amy with them dancing to Taylor Swift songs. You know, I'm willing to take a guess, like, it's either he really likes the music from Taylor Swift, or maybe Taylor Swift reminds Shadow of Maria somehow. Those are my two main guesses.
True.
Because I'm willing to believe either or.
Fair enough. I still like I still kind of like the overall look of the General Chow with the deep blue there.
Oh,
I'm
he looks
glad that
amazing.
Airboom made the attention to detail there.
What the?
At the same time, I'm also kind of just like, I kind of want to see with like the golden egg or whatever, but at the same time, it's like, fair enough. It's good without it. It'd be too much of a, oh look, a super form.
Well,
Also,
the thing
oh
is,
my
like,
God,
I've
that's
noticed with,
adorable. He's chasing the ball.
yeah, exactly. I've noticed with the Jewel Chows, you don't get the details from the characters, cause, the thing is, like, the way that the textures and details work, they only work for the two-tone Chows. So it's like, if you were to do something like the gold and silver, so even if you were to get the, even if you were to, like, get the same shape as the character Chow, you would not get the details like you see on Regulus right here.
Oh, yeah, for sure, because it's supposed to be like a shiny texture plus a solid texture.
Yeah.
More because it's more of a monotone texture.
Yo, Gino, go play with Regulus.
Side note, I find it kind of awesome how like the enhanced menu is just like, hey, we got Metal 1 and we got Metal 2. Oh, what's that? You want Dreamcast Metal 1 and 2? Bets. And it's literally the ones from Sonic Adventure 1.
The bleep. Oh no! Nah, he's still going after it. He's actually like, the ball's like the best thing that's ever happened to his whole life. Yeah. Oh, I guess he's done. Okay. Well, back to eating.
Alright, I'm back, and... Also, a side note, I kind of like the fact that with like one of the other Chow, they had the witch hat, because the first time I actually saw it was not through like a mod or anything. It was actually through VR chat. There was this one dude who was making custom Chow avatars, and each of them had like seasonal outfits. One of them based off of like Halloween one, which was like a skeleton face, but with like the like a sombrero as like a reference to Dia de los Muertos.
Uh-huh.
And then there was one version where it was like Blair Witch Chow, where it was just like a full witch get up in a similar manner to like
Blair
Mage
Witch, you say?
Rouge or whatever. Yeah, Blair Witch Chow, but it was basically just like, it was like witch hat rouge outfit kind of thing, where it was like the standard Chow, but it had like the witch hat and all, but it looked like a full-blown witch turned into a Chow.
Huh.
And then there was like another one which was like a pure skeleton one, which yeah. And then one of my personal favorites was the Christmas one, because the Christmas one was quite literally based off of the Christmas nights. Not the same whole detail, but it was like red, white, and jingles in the chest area.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and so when I saw that, I was like, hold on, is that the Blair Witch Chow?
Yeah,
So
I would never have thought about that. I honestly would never have thought about that.
And yeah, that's understandable. I do recall that, like, at one point when the guy was making Chao avatar models, he was working on, like, having ones that were based off of mods. Like, there was, like, a Tikal one, there was a big one, there was actually an OOT Link Chao, funny enough.
A Link Chao,
There was
really?
also, yeah, an OOT Link Chao, which I found endlessly amusing.
Oh,
But
please send me a picture of that.
unfortunately,
Send me a
it was on
picture if
PC.
you can.
I will. The only problem is it was essentially scrapped because they were able to upload it to VRChat, but the models for it were lost on their end, so they'd have to remake it from scratch.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah, I can see if I still have the thing or whatever. It's uploaded to at the Avatar database. Crap, BRB.
I literally fed you earlier. Here, take it. Let's see. Let me give you one more. There we go. No, you gotta finish everything. You know the rules. There you go. I'll give you the other GameCube, actually. There. Send you a quick message. Oh, have a good night, Peter Chris Girl. And let me know. Oh, whoops. Not you. Where'd Boo go? There you are. So whenever you want to download that file for the other Chao, just let me know. Alright, have a good night. Now I know usually we do Chao races and Chao karate at the end, but this time I think I'm gonna skip that one this time because I feel like I just need some time to rest. Because what I want to do this week...
Valid.
What I want to do this week is try to get back into the groove of things in terms like, you know, making videos. Like, this week I want to try to make a couple of short previews again. One of them for, like, how to help, you know, autistic kids in Halloween. And then, like, another one where it's like a short preview of an old Halloween skit I did many years ago. Okay, good. Just want to make sure that evolution was
Fair
done right.
enough.
So that's one of the things I want to do is like make a couple shorts, mostly to just get back into the groove of things. And then the other thing that I need to do, nice. So the other thing I'll need to do is do some research and write a script for autism inclusion, because, like, you know, I've talked about autism inclusion like in videos like here and there, but I never really fully went into it, so I figured that might be a good topic, and it'll help me, you know, get back to making videos again after being in burnout for a bit, or at the very least, you know, finish with 2 more and then go through the rest of my burnout.
Fair enough. Also, sent the photos in the chat there.
All right, let me take a look at these. Let's see. Where is it? Oh, I see. Oh, one's like a Minecraft setup.
Yeah.
There's one for the Chocola Chow that Cream had, which nobody hears about again, mind you. They only see the Chocola Chow in like either the comics and in Sonic Heroes. Nowhere else.
For real.
It's like everybody remembers the Cream's Chow cheese, but I don't know how many people remember Chocola.
For real. Well, if we go outside of like the gaming sphere or whatever, there is the Cream in SA1 mod, which literally has Chocola unlocked and flying next to you if you happen to beat the Tails levels, and you basically get to see Cheese and Chocola flying next to each other.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Outside of that, you got maybe a few other people, and that's about it.
That's right. I should probably check on my other chows in school. Oh, hey, nice going with the schoolwork. You know, I think you did pretty good, but they're going over exercise in there, and I think you get benefit from there. Get back in there! Get in there! Hey, welcome back, Smarty. And you know what? You could use some exercise too. Let me put you back in there. Oh. Smarty's very good at exercising. Cool. Alright, guess I'll just put you back.
True.
Yeah, and I need to figure out from Smarty's owner in terms of, like, what Dark Chow exactly that he wants. Because he mentioned a Dark Chow, but, like, there are different variations of the Dark Chow, so I would just need to know for sure. So I'm not going to mess around with that until then.
Yeah.
Also, this is very fitting. Shadow holding a cup of coffee. Although in Shadow's case, I think it'd be more like straight from the beans.
Actually, come to think of it, I remember at one point when trying to suss out which, like, Chow type each of the different character Chow were, for the most part, I believe it was found out for, like, Tails, Knuckles, and Amy, that for some reason Amy was labeled under Dark Chow, Tails was hero, and Nux was neutral. But their entire makeup was completely custom.
Yeah, I feel like Regulus can benefit from school. Let me put him in there.
Yeah.
There you go. Make some friends and try not to hurt anybody.
Side note, I honestly could also see like a situation with this Chao here where literally
Riff gets going
if like
back.
Cream is based if Cream is considered the if Cream is considered the like Chao taker of the series, so to speak, then you could have a fun scenario with General being the bodyguard. Whenever he's told to like stay back at the house and Cream and the others are going elsewhere,
Yeah.
and he's basically tasked with taking care of the Chao in her stead. Meanwhile, he's just looking at General Chao,
Uh-huh.
and it's just like, hey, hey.
Or like, you know, Gmero would have this like protocol where it's like if Gmero's away and the Chows are in danger because like, you know, of intruder or something like that, then like the signal would go off and Gmero would just immediately fly over there.
Oh yeah, 100%. Oh, 10, side note. So,
Oh, that Jack in the Box hurt. Boo.
I had a chat with the
Yeah.
devs about the render fix mod, and yeah, so I found out one of the things that's being like updated.
Oh, hold
with
on.
the
I thought I
news
heard
update-
something.
Oh. Wait.
Sorry, I thought. Oh, it's just a Chow was blowing bubbles. Never mind. I thought like I heard the
Oh.
sound of the Chow reincarnation thing again. I'm like, are you kidding me?
Okay, so I did see that yesterday. Yeah, because when you popped up on stream or whatever, I'm like, wait, are those bubbles? And I'm like, oh, that's actually cool. I haven't seen those.
What are you talking about? Yesterday or last live stream at the Chow Garden?
Stream, my bad.
Okay. Yeah, it was like
Yeah, the
both
last
Boo
stream.
and Smarty reincarnated.
Whoa.
Yep. Yes, that's why we're starting Boo from his reincarnation.
Oh, yeah, true. Let's see. Using the combined speed of Sonic and Shadow that he inherited from their bio.
Bio. I mean, that wouldn't be far off.
I mean, fair. If G Merle has emerald systems within him, then he also has chaos too.
Yeah. In fact, there was actually part of Professor Gerald Robotnik's diary talking about the E-Merles. In terms of like how they function.
Yeah, because
Oh.
because he noted down that one of his sons, I don't recall if they ever like gave names to them, but he noted that one of them was like his archaeological son and loves digging through ruins.
Yeah.
And his other one is very much a scientist in that manner, so to speak. Like 100% like scientific mind. Also BRB.
Well,
And I remember when they picked it up and they actually managed to awaken him. I think that you noted that the Gizoid asked him to like present arms or something because he wanted to see if it could actually stack with the weapons it had. And so Gerald just showed him the weapon.
yeah.
And literally, he was just underneath his boot, essentially.
Yeah.
Oh no! The first time, he basically got every bit of weaponry from Gun because they were all working together.
Well, the thing was
The
like
United Federation,
they were doing some
Gun,
research
and
on
Gerald's.
Emerald. They were doing research on Emerald, and like how Emerald was able to form like a quick connection to those they deem like, you know, either like master or like superior or
Master
something like that.
slash,
And Gun
creator.
actually found the Emerald models unimpressive because, you know, apparently they didn't have like enough weapons and stuff, so that's when they started messing with the weaponry.
Sorry, I was dealing with some with an asshole in the resident lane. um. Anyway,
Yeah.
yeah, they were trying to research, and initially they were like unconvinced, but then when Gerald like showed his prowess, they initially were like, okay, yeah, this actually is pretty cool because he adapts to everything, and therefore when he finds a new owner, he has more things to adapt to, and thus makes him more of a threat.
Yeah. And
Also,
like there was one time on the arc, Emerald actually went crazy and Shadow had to go over and take care of the problem. I just want to play with these chows for a little bit, because most of the time I've been focusing on the Gmerald Chow and Boo. Spend a little bit of time here. I find it so adorable how the Chow, like, chases you for the food. And, like, give this cute pet, like, please. Now, what's the word? What's the word? You know the magic word. There you go.
Side note, I really love the animations whenever you hold stuff to them. They're just like all cheering and stuff.
They're like, gimme,
And
gimme,
then,
gimme.
Yeah. Side note, I also love the tidbit that like you don't really see this often with like Beast Tamer like type things.
Uh-huh.
But in this game with Chao World, whenever a Chao evolves or reincarnates, if any Chao is nearby, they're always cheering and being happy.
Yeah, exactly. And the other thing, the flip side of that is I've actually seen some videos of people like abusing their chows, and when a white cocoon goes around the chow like they're dying, if there are any chows near that, they actually go to the cocoon to cry and like mourn their passing.
Yeah.
That is so dark.
It is cruel.
Absolutely
Holy cow.
cruel.
Jeez. That's grim.
Yeah, you're telling me. Actually, might as well sell these.
Alright. White birch beer. Nice. Ooh, right. So I think you probably already have like character select in the mix there. And as it turns out, there is the character sound fix mod, but apparently there's going to be an update with all the extra characters called the character sound expansion. It's WIP right now. However, when it's finished, it's going to have like all the audio needed for like unintended situations with all the other characters. For example, I believe one of the sound effects they have for Amy is like whenever she's grabbed by an opponent or something. I forget one of the when the boos when they come up to you and grab you and hold you together. It's called Amy Bound, and the sound effect they use is the sound that when Amy gets captured by Zero in SA1.
Wait, which game are you talking about?
Sonic Adventure 1, that's where the sound comes from.
Okay.
Sonic Adventure 2 is this character sound expansion mod. They have, it's basically scenarios with character select plus or even the rando, where you load characters that normally are not intended for some of these situations. They're making custom sound effect files based off of their other games. So for example, with Amy, there's a sound for when she's bound, or like grabbed by one of the boos in Death Chamber, or
Oh,
like some of the
okay,
other,
now
like,
I get it. Now I get it.
Pyramid Cave. Yeah, Pyramid Cave, etc. When she's grabbed by them, she uses the same voice line as when she's captured by Zero in Sonic Adventure 1 after Twinkle Park.
Oh.
Yeah. And then to call, I believe, has like a couple of idle animation quotes where she literally says the prayer.
Saying the prayer while captured. That's interesting.
No. I mean idle animations, not when she's bound.
Oh, idle animation. Okay,
No.
okay.
Yeah, no, idle animations, like when she's standing still. I think there's like 2 that could come out of it. One of them is literally just her doing the prayer.
Yeah, so I see Paul Stanley girl in the chat. Or should I say Peter Chris girl? Da, da, da.
All right, I'm back, and hey, hello. Let's see. Oh, well, we all know which child was Eggman's dad.
Yeah.
Referring to the actual book.
Oh,
Yeah.
look at this. Regulus is enjoying a show. Look at that. That's so cute.
Aww.
They're just so adorable. Squish them in a little bit.
Yeah. That's awesome.
That's cool. Regulus is getting to know the other chows here.
Oh, by the way, so separate from that, so I got in touch with somebody with Crossworlds. I think I told you about this during one of the Crossworld streams, but coupled with the Knight's Tricks SFX to basically sounding like when you're going through rings in the Nights into Dreams levels. There's a couple of other sounds that he's hoping to do, like whenever you win a race in the ceremony races, like the Grand Prix ones. They decided to go with the Casinopolis version of the Knights pinball theme.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And then for Halloween, which I actually told him about with like the Halloween DLC for Nights, Christmas Nights into Dreams, which, yeah, fun tidbit, if you ever played the Sega Saturn, the Christmas Nights into Dreams event was actually a seasonal thing where literally you have the base game, and then in the Christmas one, if you set your date to any of the other holidays, it actually has all of the seasonal events, including Halloween, Christmas, New Year's, etc.
Oh, okay.
And so with the Halloween one, I told them, hey, if they were asking for like holiday themes, and I actually found one that went unused for Nights into Dreams, and I basically was like, here it is, literally the audio file for the Halloween theme for Nights into Dreams that wasn't released when it first came out. So yeah.
Wait,
That being said, I'm hoping it actually comes true that Nights.
Oh
into
no,
the DLC.
she's reincarnating.
Oh.
Ah.
Oh boy.
Guess I'm gonna have to explain that to Twinkle's owner.
Oh boy.
I mean, at least the chow's not dying, so like, not all
Thank
bad.
God. Side note, I love that.
Look,
it's-
they're all
that it's
dancing
yellow
around it.
and Yellow and Side note, I love that it's yellow and purple, which is just like, wait, hold on, that's swim and fly.
Sean says you No. That's the white cocoon, not the pink cocoon. The pink cocoon means they're reincarnating. They're starting over. They're not dead.
Yeah. Exactly. Also, yeah, no, they're not murdered. Here, go ahead and watch.
Stop crying and get in the water.
See? They're an egg now. So now they've reincarnated into the next stage.
Sean says, I'm pink white colorblind when it's convenient. Now you're trying not look at that. He's swimming just fine. That is not drowning. You see this Chao drowning? No. Chao's perfectly fine.
Jeez.
Oh, he does this all the time. Alright. So we'll leave that
yeah,
egg
no,
alone.
I can tell that it's rage baiting.
It's got a running gag between us. Alright, so I think now's a good time to go ahead and wrap up for the day. Now, yes, it's not going to be any
Fair enough.
Chao races or Chao karate this time. I just, take some time to rest, and get ready for doing some shorts throughout this week. Like, I'll do a short of, some tips on Halloween. And then there's also, let's see, the short preview I'll do for one of my very old Halloween skits I did many years ago. So, just, not only generate traffic, but also, to get back into the groove of things. So, that's what I'm gonna do.
True.
So, this Saturday, since I know there's not gonna be any, special festival stuff with Sonic Racing Cross Worlds, I plan to get back to Sonic Frontiers this coming Saturday. So,
Nice.
definitely looking forward to that. So
True.
that's gonna be it to save that. So thank you all for watching, whether you're watching this live or watching it later. Like and subscribe, all that good stuff. I'm gonna keep working on the short previews, and then the next autism video about autism inclusion. And yeah, so hope you enjoyed this. Have a good week, have a good night. And until the next video or live stream, see you later. Bye.
Good nights and dreams, y'all.